Ahoy there, pirates! Amir, or One Falcon, here from Rare Thief. The sinister Dark Brethren still have Merrick held as their prisoner in the Sea of the Damned. However, Merrick can only stay tight-lipped for so long before he reveals the vital information they seek. But fear not, a rescue is underway. The Pirate Lord has joined forces with Belle to take on the Dark Brethren. Using the Veil of the Ancients, the Pirate Lord can send any fearless pirate to the Sea of the Damned to rescue Merrick. Unfortunately, opening a portal to the Sea of the Damned is extremely dangerous. The longer the portal is open, the more likely an untold danger can make its way to the Sea of Thieves. Brave pirates who venture into the Sea of the Damned will have to be quick on their feet if they wish to be successful. So, there's no time to wait. Speak with Larinna to start a Hunter's Cry adventure, and retrieve Merrick before it's too late. To complete a Hunter's Cry adventure, you will need to reach the top of Twisted Sea Dog Tavern, rescue Merrick, and deliver his letter to Serik. After giving Merrick's message to Serik, you will complete the adventure and unlock the Hunter's Repose memento. To earn the Defender of the Dam title, you'll need to complete all 6 deeds for the adventure. You can see the 6 deeds and your progress towards the main adventure tab. Unlike most adventures, your crew will not be alone. The Pirate Lord will matchmake you with other pirates to tackle the Sea of the Damned together. Several crews can all be working on climbing the tavern at once. Also, unlike most adventures, you'll be racing against the clock for part of it. If you fail to rescue Merrick within the time limit, you will fail and have to try again. There are no checkpoints for this adventure, so you'll need to complete each chapter in one session. The Hunter's Cry adventure will be available to all pirates from August 18th to September 1st. Unfortunately, after September 1st, you will not be able to partake in the adventure and earn the 2 mementos. So now that we know what we need to do and when we need to do it by, let's get into the step-by-step guide. To start a Hunter's Cry adventure, you'll need to speak with Larinna at any active outpost across the Sea of Thieves. You can find her just outside the tavern. Once you've found Larinna, speak with her. You'll see several different dialogue options you can select. Choose the last option, Begin Adventure, to let her know you want to help save Merrick. As soon as you choose the Begin Adventure option, you'll begin Chapter 1 of A Hunter's Cry. Larinna will then quickly send you on your way to speak with the Pirate Lord, who is waiting for you on the main dock of the outpost. Head on over to where the Pirate Lord is and talk to him. He will then fill you in on his plan to save Merrick. Using the Veil of the Ancients, the Pirate Lord plans to send all willing pirates to the Sea of the Damned. Hopefully, a crew up to the task will be able to pull Merrick out. While he is talking to you, he will open a portal to the Sea of the Damned. The portal should be in the giant archway right next to the outpost you are on, and visible from the dock. With the portal open, it's time to stock up on supplies, weigh anchor, and sail through the portal. The portal will take you to a tunnel of the damned, which directly leads to the Sea of the Damned. You will soon realize you have no control of your ship here, but don't worry, you will end up exactly where you need to go. Shortly after arriving in the tunnel of the damned, the Pirate Lord will appear on your ship and explain his rescue plan in further detail. The Dark Brethren have Merrick held captive at the top of the Twisted Sea Dog Tavern. However, the path to the top is incomplete. To reach Merrick, you and other crews who join the rescue will first need to grab a Flame of Souls and ignite several lighthouse towers that surround Twisted Sea Dog Tavern. Then, you will use the lighthouses to light 5 beacons scattered around the tavern. Shining the beacons will reveal the missing pieces to the path that leads to Merrick. Finally, with a direct route to the top complete, you can reach Merrick and save him from the Dark Brethren. Be mindful of the time. You'll need to be quick to save Merrick successfully. If you're not fast enough, you will fail the chapter and the Pirate Lord will have to transport you back to the Sea of Thieves without Merrick. The timer starts as soon as the first crew arrives in the Sea of the Damned. You'll have about 45 minutes in the Sea of the Damned to save Merrick. The Pirate Lord will occasionally remind you of how much time you have left, so listen for his cues. If your ship sinks in the Sea of the Damned, it will respawn near the arch you arrived from, so you don't need to worry about keeping it afloat. You won't be kicked out of the Sea of the Damned for losing your ship. You can also leave the Sea of the Damned whenever you please by canceling the adventure from your ship's captain's table. If you happen to come across a less than cooperative crew, cancel the adventure and try again. Since getting to the Sea of the Damned is so quick, as the portal is right by the outpost, it's worth your time to try finding a more friendly group to work with. Alright, back to the mission at hand. As soon as you arrive in the Sea of the Damned, you will see the silhouette of the Twisted Sea Dog Tavern surrounded by 3 lighthouse towers. Sail towards the tavern and be on the lookout for patrolling ghost ships. You'll want to destroy at least 3 of them during your time in the Sea of the Damned to complete a deed. As you approach the Twisted Sea Dog Tavern, you will notice that the main jetty surrounding the tavern is missing. Without the jetty, you won't be able to step foot on the Twisted Sea Dog Tavern and start your ascent. Before climbing the tavern, you first need to ignite 2 of the 3 surrounding lighthouse towers. Then, using each of the lighthouse tower beams of light, you can light 2 beacons on the tavern, which, when set ablaze, will reveal the hidden jetty. If the jetty is visible and the lighthouse tower is lit, then you can skip ahead and start your way up the Twisted Sea Dog Tavern. If the jetty is missing, head towards the Northern Lighthouse. We'll start there. Once on the Northern Lighthouse jetty, you'll want to get to the top to light its brazier. However, before making your way to the top of the lighthouse, you must remove the barrier blocking its entrance. Each of the 3 lighthouse jetties have 2 unlit braziers and 1 brazier with the Flame of Souls. Lighting the 2 unlit braziers with the Flame of Souls will remove the barrier to the lighthouse tower. So, to unblock the Northern Lighthouse Tower, head to the eastern side of the jetty and climb up the ladder to a wooden platform. Watch out for any Brethren Phantoms that ambush you along the way. On top of the wooden platform, you'll find the brazier with the Flame of Souls. Equip your lantern, raise it, and take the Flame of Souls. With the Flame of Souls collected, walk back to the 2 braziers and light each one. Then, the barrier blocking the entrance to the lighthouse tower will disappear and you can start climbing. Dispatch of any Brethren Phantoms in your way and climb the ladder near the top to reach the lighthouse brazier. Again, equip your lantern, raise it, and ignite the lighthouse. Now that you have a working lighthouse, you can light the first beacon on the Twisted Sea Dog Tavern. If you have trouble finding it, it's surrounded by 2 glowing torches. Using the lighthouse beam, rotate it down and to the right until it points southeast. Light the beacon across the way, and you'll be 1 step closer to gaining access to the Twisted Sea Dog Tavern. With the first beacon lit, it's time to head over to the Southern Lighthouse. The Southern Lighthouse is the only lighthouse that can light the second beacon and reveal the main jetty. Just like the Northern Lighthouse, you'll need to light the 2 unlit braziers on the Southern Lighthouse's jetty to access the lighthouse tower. Unless you died, you should still have the Flame of Souls in your lantern. If you need to collect the Flame of Souls again, you can find it on the north side of the Southern Lighthouse jetty. Light the 2 braziers at the base of the steps and make your way to the top of the lighthouse tower. Kill any Brethren Phantoms that try to ambush you. Once at the top, ignite the brazier and you are ready to light the second beacon. The beacon should be just north of where you're standing. As soon as you light the second beacon, the main jetty on the Twisted Sea Dog Tavern will appear, allowing you to start your ascent. As you make your way to the top of the tavern, you'll need to light 5 braziers with the Flame of Souls. Lighting these braziers is crucial to reaching the top, as they will allow you to raise a capstan needed to unblock your path. Without igniting the 5 braziers on the tavern, the capstan will remain in a magical barrier, preventing you from using it. Along the way, you'll be taking out plenty of Brethren Phantoms, so make sure you're well equipped. Starting from the bottom of the main jetty, make your way to the wooden stairs that lead up to the tavern. You will find your first brazier need to light at the base of the stairs. After lighting the first brazier, climb up the first flight of stairs and you'll find the second brazier on the landing to your right. Light the second brazier and continue to make your way up. Eventually, you will reach the landing that curves around the tavern. Follow this landing around and you will come across the third brazier sitting on a table to your left. Light the brazier and continue along until you come to a fork in the path. Instead of taking a left to the north, take a right to the south, towards the tavern entrance. You will find the fourth brazier across the way from the large wooden doors and the tavern sign. After lighting it, turn back around and follow the path to the north. The fifth and final brazier you need to light will be on your left, near the beacon you lit with the Northern Lighthouse. Once you light this 5th brazier, the magical barrier surrounding the capstan will disappear, allowing you to interact with it and raise the door blocking your path. You're now halfway up the tavern. Walk through the newly opened door and continue up the path to the top of the Twisted Sea Dog Tavern. You'll reach what appears to be a dead end, and a brazier to light. Light this brazier, and a new beacon will appear. Once again, you'll need to use the lighthouses to reveal parts of the Twisted Sea Dog Tavern. However, you'll be doing more than just making a jetty appear. Instead, you will unlock various pieces of the path that lead to the top of the tavern. Unlike the previous 2 beacons, the beacons you need to light are hidden and will only appear after you ignite a brazier along the path to the top. So, for this next part of the ascent, you will light a brazier to reveal a beacon, and then use a lighthouse to light that beacon. Lighting the beacon will then create more walkways for you to walk across. As you progress, you'll reach another dead end with another brazier to light that will reveal the next beacon, and so on. With that in mind, it's time to make your way back to the top of the Northern Lighthouse. Sword lunge, cannon, or swim back to the Northern Lighthouse. You'll need to turn the lens to the left to ignite the beacon you just revealed. Once you light the beacon, platforms and ladders will appear where you just were, allowing you to make progress towards the top. Head back over to the tavern and pick up where you left off. Where there was once a giant gap will now be platforms you can walk across. Continue along the newly formed path, and you will eventually reach a large wooden mast laid over wooden spikes. Just next to the base of the mast is the 2nd brazier for you to light. Light the 2nd brazier, and a giant beacon will appear just south of you. It's now time to head to the Eastern Lighthouse. Since you haven't been to the Eastern Lighthouse yet, you'll need to unblock the barrier to the tower. If you don't have your Flame of Souls anymore, you can find it on the east side of the jetty. Light the 2 unlit braziers, remove the barrier, and fight your way to the top of the Eastern Lighthouse. Once you reach the top, ignite the lighthouse and rotate the beam to the right, towards the beacon you just revealed. The beacon is northwest of where you're standing. As soon as you light the beacon with the lighthouse beam, a new path will reveal itself, allowing you to continue to Merrick. Sword lunge over to the shipwreck below the beacon you just lit. You can climb it as a shortcut to reach the newly formed path. Continue along until you reach a rock ledge, with a cannon and a brazier. Again, it might appear that you can't go any further, but you can. Light the brazier to reveal a new beacon. Just like the previous beacon, you will use the Eastern Lighthouse to light it. Fight your way to the top of the Eastern Lighthouse and rotate the beam to the west towards the beacon you just revealed. As soon as you light the beacon with the lighthouse beam, a new path will reveal itself, allowing you to continue to Merrick. Head back on over to the tavern and continue your route. You can now reach the 2nd and final capstan with the last piece of the path revealed. If you lit all the braziers along the way, the magical barrier preventing you from using the capstan should be gone, and you should be able to raise it. Raise the capstan and lower the drawbridge to reach Merrick. Merrick will be waiting for you just on the other side of the drawbridge. Speak with him, and the Pirate Lord will appear. The Pirate Lord will then confront the Dark Brethren and make them retreat, leaving Merrick behind. The Pirate Lord will then pull your crew and Merrick back into a tunnel of the damned that is headed straight for the Sea of Thieves. As soon as you return to the Sea of Thieves, you have completed Chapter 1. However, your mission isn't over yet. Sail to the closest outpost and speak with Larinna once more. This time, choose the Continue Adventure dialogue option. Larinna will give you a letter from Merrick and ask you to deliver it to Serik on the North Star Seapost. Sail on over to the North Star Seapost in the Shores of Plenty region to conclude the adventure. Once you've arrived at the seapost, speak with Serik. She will read Merrick's letter aloud, and you'll complete Chapter 2 as well as the adventure. Congratulations on scaling the Twisted Sea Dog Tavern and releasing Merrick from the dastardly Dark Brethren. If you have any questions, comments, or wild stories from the sea, feel free to leave a comment below. See you on the sea, pirates!